Hello, folks. Hello. And fling rocks at the guards closest to her. She had to wait for the others to handle the guards that were patrolling the shore. The shore of the river. Either side of it. The side of it. Zisper had the right bank. Is it the right? Right side bank. He had two men. And was far from the first time he had taken to water to get rid of some unfortunate sentry. Garabay watched as one soldier of the soldiers of the far soldiers of the right bank stood near the water, staring down into it. The water looked clear enough, but somehow the man missed the great human-sized Poseidon. Poseidon is a hard word to spell. I guess it's not spelled Poseidon like... Yeah, come on, computer. Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, there. Poseidon. Poseidon spawn that was right beneath the surface. The creature reached up. Zisper reached up, grabbed the man about the throat, almost like he was going to just tear it out in a beastly way. Instead, he dragged the guard right into the water. Head going in first, quickly followed by the rest of the body. It was under the surface. In practically the blink of an eye. It was almost supernatural to Garabay. Let's better check Garabay point of view. It was almost supernatural to Garabay. Especially how the water surface barely broke. There was no great splash or rippling. Perhaps Zisper, being a prince of his people, had access to something like magic, or something like it. Garabay was uncertain how much she believed in magic. She believed that gods could use it, but less so people and mortal things. Zisper, for all his glory, physical glory, was no god. It was just another mortal being crawling on the earth, or rather, swimming on it. Garabay thought of some myths from her younger days. She heard when she was younger stories of evil creatures that would lure young women to bodies of water where they would be convinced to jump in and thus drown. Garabay heard stories like that among other people in Europe. Not only in Europe, But in Asia and South Zeta, she was a bit of a world traveler, even though she often acted like she wasn't one. No reason to be embarrassed of traveling the world, Garibay. But in South Zeta, yes. So perhaps long ago, there were terrible little monsters. Monsters that lured young women to drown in rivers and ponds. How could so many different people all come up with the same story? A lot of cultures do have an Adam and Eve kind of myth. Let's see. People are talking in the background, darn it. I wonder why they're so... Why, it's like they find out. It's like they know when I'm doing this and they do it to spite me. I don't know. Probably paranoia. Let's see. Zisper bagged one guard. Let's see. Whisper. Garibay reported to Benna, who was technically her superior. Benna. Besides Golka and Ashmaker, nobody had rank or rank insignia. Let's see, rank insignia. Ranks. The chain of command was respected in a military manner. This surprised other units. Other more conventional units. Units that worked with Golka's unit, since they were under the impression that superhumans were a rowdy, undisciplined bunch who didn't tolerate military commands, military structure, or followed orders. Let's see. Garibay wondered where this perception came from. Perhaps it was Dominique's fault. Hope he didn't suffer. Suffer, Benna replied. Probably deserved to suffer. Garibay retorted. He was probably massacring. He was probably in the thick of that massacre we found. Maybe a bunch of massacres. God only knows how many dead were avenged today. Just now. Garibay thought of something else. And clear up your eyes. And keep focused, girl. Garibay scolded Benna. You're supposed to be a soldier. How'd you miss that man being dragged to his death? His end. I don't know. Good thing the Jade missed it. Benna retorted. Nobody saw. Do I have to put down that the guards didn't see? Because I think you can assume they didn't, because there was no raising of the alarm. An action scene didn't start up. Good thing the Jade missed it. Garibay agreed. Garibay hoped that Zisper pinned the body, corpse down with rocks, or tossed it somewhere beyond the river. It would have been quite a mess if the Jade, if some mutilated Jade, turned up down the river, Or more Jade. More lively Jade were no doubt patrolling. Zisper didn't eat the people he killed. As far as Garibay knew, he had never partaken of human flesh. Yes. That's the kind of person you want to work with. Someone who doesn't eat people. Let's see. Garibay became a little lost in her mind, thinking of various things. I know what that's like, Garibay. Since I stopped gaming, I've had a lot of time to think. Seems like my new addiction is thinking. Became a little lost in her mind, thinking of various things. She almost missed. She lost focus, and she lost so much focus that the little rock in her, floating above her palm, fell back to it, as though she suddenly lost her power. Maybe I should come up with some new name for that, like gift or something. Just a second. Let's say suddenly lost her power. She also almost missed this for taking out another guard. This fellow had been gone underneath the bridge into the shadows, perhaps to relieve himself. Let's see. Taking out another guard. Let's see. Sorry if you heard anything, folks. Just family drama. This bullshit. It's usual, you know. That's the kind of family drama you want in your life. Stuff that's bullshit, not someone sick with a disease or something. Let's see. We're also almost just taking out another guard. He had just come out from the shadows under the bridge, likely relieving himself there. Having likely relieved himself, Garibay hoped he didn't piss on Zisper. Zisper grabbed the soldier about his legs, right and left leg, about both his legs, and yanked him into the water. Let's see, splash. Just a second. He yanked him into the water so fast that he didn't have time so much as gasp. Once again, the water wasn't broken. This bird didn't surface again until after the bridge had been claimed. Garibay watched more. Her comrades on the left bank tend to the two patrolling guards. They took care of them in a less dramatic way than Zisper, using the proper commando, doing things. They did it proper commando way. Yeah, Garibay supposed. One guard got shot in the back of the head with a suppressed pistol. He let out a little grunt and lurched forward into some bushes where he vanished promptly. His rifle was collected by his killers, Golka and his killer, who was Golka, Wazad. The surgeon turned cyborg, Iron Flesh, turned commando, Maybe he'll get some. Maybe he'll get to be a real boy again someday. Maybe in next life. Let's see. Benna was with her. The other guard on the move, using a pistol, welding an SMG. Welding an SMG was taken out by Horace. Garibay had seen him fiddling with some combat knife earlier, but he didn't go after the guy with it. Instead, he used his suppressed pistol as well. 2 rounds to the back of the man's neck. He dropped to his knees, and Horace pulled. Let's see, did they have no suppressed pistols? Let's see. The characters at the top of my sheet have not appeared in a chapter in over 100 pages now, so maybe I should change that, get rid of those names, and come back to them later. He dropped to his knees, and Horace pulled him back into the shadows, into some bushes. For that, both banks had been cleared of troops. Now there were just the 4 men on the bridge, guarding the bridge entrances. The entrances of the bridge. Garibay's comrades moved up about the left entrance of the bridge. Left. Let's see. Mostly crawling. They were all soon in the bushes, which were quite crowded. It reminded Garibay of some hunt she was on as a girl, where she came upon some bushes. After hearing some rustling, she thought she had found a stag, but instead, a ridiculous amount of birds came shooting out the bush, and she approached it. She felt a bit like one of those birds must have in the present. She felt a bit like yours. We stormed the bridge. Take out the banks first, clear. We stormed the bridge. Don't do it. We stormed the bridge's right side after taking out the guards here. Coca ordered. I'll shoot the one on the left. You get the one on the right. Then we move forward. Garibay suggested second in command. Is she the second in command? Yeah. Pressed weapons. People don't understand. When you have OCD, you like to keep to a schedule, and you don't like disruptions. They just don't understand. You know, it's like they don't understand how uneasy deviating from the schedule makes someone with OCD feel. It's like, oh, it's no big deal to miss it. Yeah, it kind of is. OCD is not something you just brush aside, like Well, what can you just brush aside mentally? I don't know. Like, a perceived insult or something, I guess. It's not like that. Let's see, Garibay suggested. With a rock. Goka asked. Uneasily. If his voice had emotion, it would have sounded uneasy then. Uneasy, yeah. Yes. He'll be dead on the spot. Garibay replied. Unless you want him merely knocked unconscious. No prisoners. Goka noted. And his emotionlessness of his voice seemed to match his words perfectly. Garibay killed the guard then on the left with one rock. He threw it with her mind with the force of a speeding bullet, and it entered the man's head with ease. The man tumbled. The rock did not exit his skull. Though the entrance room was impressively large, as though he was struck by a high caliber round. The other guard died in a slightly cleaner manner, taking a bullet through with a 9mm round, leaving a smaller hole in the right side of his head. No exit wound. Goka and Garibay and the others didn't bother hiding the corpses. Before either fell, everyone rushed up into the open across the bridge, weapons raised. The two distant guards were oblivious and had their backs to the group. They were killed on the spot. Many bullets to their backs. 4 bullets through their backs. One of them managed a shrill but brief gasp before falling. Good night, bastards. Garibay muttered. When she caught up to the dead man, she spat on both of them. No respect for the dead? For the dead? Boris asked. I thought the old worlders like you were more respectful. Respectful to people. People. Yes. Garibay muttered. Not to these animals. Animals who kill without mercy and deserve the same. Be killed mercilessly in reply. You think of Zisper as more human then? Boris asked. Of course. Garibay replied. Don't you? Garibay looked shocked at Boris. Replied to him. Goka gave his orders. Secure the perimeter hide the bodies, confiscate anything of value. Maps, rations, bullets, rifles. You'll never know what we might need. Book a ramble. Yes, sir. The others replied. Garibay looked back to see Dominique strolling on the bridge. Like some girl having an aimless walk through the park. Through a sunny park. A sunny day. Like a girl taking an aimless walk. Yeah. What's she up to? Garibay asked out loud. Let's see. 34 minutes in. Okay, folks, signing off. Have a nice day. Sayonara.